Looks like we have a welcoming committee. Welcome back, everyone. I just got home right now from the Virginia rally. It was an excellent event overall. I definitely have some thoughts that I'll get to here in just a second, but I want to thank everyone who put that thing together, from the folks at the Virginia Citizens Defense League, as well as Gun Owners of America, and I'm sure other groups were involved as well. Did a really good job putting it on, and everything went well. There was no major incidents to report or anything like that. So good on the folks for setting it up. Good on everyone who attended. And speaking of attendance, I have heard, like literally on the radio driving back, different reports. One report said 22,000. Another report said 55,000. I don't know. What I can tell you is that without question, every single street around the Capitol was packed. Like, you could not move at all. And then the secondary streets surrounded it as well. So basically like two different loops of people around the Capitol packed. You couldn't move. So definitely a very, very high number. Additionally, the Capitol grounds were full as well. Lots and lots of people went in there to be searched, or were searched rather to be in there. And lots of people went in there, and it was definitely packed. So this place was, I mean, it was as many people as that place could hold plus. And speaking of that, something I want to point out there as well is that there were people who came and just left because they couldn't get to the event. So I talked to two people who actually did that exact thing. They were like, yeah, we wanted to support, but we can't get to it, and we're just standing on a sidewalk 2 blocks away, which again, there was lots of people doing. So there is that. Additionally, a lot of folks came via bus. And because it was so hard to get in there from a logistics standpoint, a lot of those buses, the people on those buses, unfortunately didn't make it. One guy who was coming in as I was leaving, probably around 1:15, 1:30, somewhere in that range, stopped me, and he was like, hey, it stinks that it's over because there's, way more people still back at the staging area for the buses to come through. And I asked him how many. He guesstimated 20,000 people. I was like, that's a lot of people. So point is, turnout wise, it was insane. Good on everybody for that. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. I'm sure the citizens of Virginia appreciate it as well. Something that's definitely going to be a criticism here for me is the way that the governor and the Capitol Police set that up. Again, there were no major incidents. However, the way they channelized people, both inside of the actual Capitol grounds itself, as well as on the streets, was simply dangerous. The entry point was all of 5 feet wide to get in, and it was also being used as an exit point as well. Anybody who knows a lot about crowd control, not the best idea. And the other exits were, again, about 5 feet wide. If anybody panicked or anything like that happened, it would have been dangerous. I mean, there's little kids everywhere, and hopefully, if a rally like this ever occurs again, the Capitol Police do not do that. That was just the wrong answer in every way. I'm not trying to be a cop basher or anything, but man, as I was watching, I was like, man, this is dangerous. So unfortunately, they didn't trust the people enough to be peaceful, which of course everyone was, and they decided to do that again. Luckily, nobody got hurt. So there is that. Again, reports that it was going to be a white supremacist thing, anything like that. None of that played out exactly like you'd expect. I saw no signs of neo-Nazis and at all, period, point blank. Everyone there was just pro-freedom, pro-gun. A lot of people open carrying, a lot of people not open carrying. Soccer moms to, guys who were probably firearms instructors, whatever the case may be. People were there from all, walks of life, trying to block these gun laws that are being proposed at the moment. And speaking of those, one of those laws is a magazine restriction. I handed out all of the Brownells mags, so thank you to Brownells for sending those out. I handed those out, and everybody who lives in Virginia who I handed those to, should these laws go through, will literally be felons. So just, that's how absurd it is. The people I'm handing these magazines to will become felons because I handed them a magazine. That's crazy. On that note, I also want to point out that the folks at ETS, Elite Tactical Systems, they did send mags as well. Unfortunately, they didn't arrive in time just due to shipping getting messed up. They were supposed to arrive on Saturday, they didn't. So thank you to them as well. They did their best, but I have an idea for those mags, so stay tuned for that, guys. I have a plan for them, and it's not to keep them or to sell them. And I think we're going to be able to do something cool with those as well. But yeah, it was a great day, great turnout, and everybody I met was awesome. I mean, no issues at all in any way. Glad to have been a part of it. And hopefully it will make a difference. I'm not sure that it will. There's no way to know until the votes come down, so we shall see. But that's it, guys. That's the update. That's pretty much it. We'll roll in a bunch of footage here so you guys can see it, just kind of get an idea what the event was like. But great event overall. It was cold, but people still came out anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video.
Looks like you have the right to your First Amendment only if you enter a cage and give up your Second Amendment. Good job, Virginia. True statement right there.